the NASCAR community witnessed an explosive clash between two legends that sent shockwaves through the racing world. Dale Earnhardt Jr. delivered a passionate response to Kyle Petty's defense of the controversial NextG Car, creating a divide that has split fans, drivers, and industry insiders down the middle. The controversy erupted after Earnhardt's scathing criticism of NASCAR's current Cup Series vehicle following the Iowa Speedway race on August 3rd. His comments ignited a firestorm that would pit two respected voices against each other in a debate that goes to the heart of what NASCAR racing should represent. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s frustration reached a boiling point after watching the racing product at Iowa Speedway. During his Dale Jr. Download podcast, he delivered comments that would reverberate throughout the NASCAR community.
I want to say that I don't love the NextG Car, but it's here. You know, I don't love the NextG Car. I don't love it's an IMSA car. It's a sports car. It's got a diffuser. It's got low profile tires. It's got big rims and big brakes, and it's a sports car. It's not a NASCAR stock car. But it's here.
The NASCAR Hall of Famer didn't stop there. He outlined specific technical problems that have plagued the NextG Car since its 2022 debut. The lack of tire fall-off emerged as a primary concern, limiting strategic opportunities during races. Passing difficulties, particularly on short tracks and road courses, represented another major issue in Earnhardt's assessment.
Everybody's invested. There's millions of dollars already way down the road. And the car's here. It's on the track. It's not changing. It's not going anywhere.
The NextG Car arrived in 2022 after a year-long delay caused by COVID-19 and supply chain issues. Originally scheduled for the 2021 Daytona 500, the car was designed to cut costs and boost competition through features like independent rear suspension and a spec chassis. However, the racing product has faced mounting criticism from drivers, fans, and analysts. Kyle Petty, son of seven-time champion Richard Petty and a longtime NASCAR analyst, fired back on the Performance Racing Network. His response directly challenged Earnhardt's position and sparked intense debate across social media platforms. Petty stated, "We had one of our prominent members of the NASCAR community, Dale Jr., criticize the NextG Car the other day. I don't think that criticism is deserved in a lot of ways." Petty's argument centered on NASCAR's evolutionary history. He pointed to past resistance against technological changes, drawing parallels to current complaints about the NextG Car. "We have not raced stock cars since about 1958. We don't race stock cars, we race NASCARs," Petty explained. "This is the NASCAR car that we have today. People complained in the 70s when they went to tubular chassis. They complained when we went to radial tires. They've complained all along as the progression of the cars." The veteran analyst pushed further, defending the current package as a necessary advancement. "We were still racing cars with carburetors when you couldn't go to your local auto parts store and buy a carburetor. It was an antiquated car that we were racing, and people seemed to want to have that antiquated car. This car jumped leap years ahead. We have to adjust to it." Petty concluded his defense with a statement that would draw fierce criticism from fans. "This is the racing we have. We have to embrace it, enjoy it. We are seeing some spectacular stuff on the racetrack, and I think it's only going to get better." During the latest episode of the Dale Jr. Download, Earnhardt responded to Petty's comments with respect but unwavering conviction. His response demonstrated the deep philosophical divide between accepting the current state and pushing for improvement. "I really respect Kyle. I think the world of him, and I appreciate his opinion," Earnhardt began, establishing his respect for Petty before delivering his counter-argument.
But I would just disagree that the car doesn't produce what I expect. Again, going back to 75 years, I know Kyle's been around a long time. The car doesn't produce the kind of racing that I know we are capable of at road courses and short tracks.
Earnhardt's passion became evident as he outlined his vision for NASCAR racing.
The car does not produce the type of racing that I think should be our standard, and I know what we're capable of at road courses and short tracks. And I would not stop at trying to achieve amazing, great racing at those style of tracks.
Earnhardt's criticism extends beyond philosophical differences to specific technical issues that affect racing quality. The aerodynamic package creates problems in dirty air, hampering overtaking opportunities beyond restarts. At venues like Watkins Glen, these issues become magnified. Shane Van Gisbergen's victory by over 11 seconds demonstrated the passing problems, with minimal mid-race battles throughout the field. The underbody aerodynamics cause grip loss when drivers attempt aggressive moves.
If a driver wants to go down into the corner and run into the back of somebody in the middle of the corner and move them up the track, I want them to be able to do that.
You can't now.
They can't do it.
Bristol Motor Speedway provided another example of the car's limitations. Despite driver skill being on display, the aerodynamic package limited aggressive racing.
And so, in most cases, when they try to drive down in there and get behind that guy and get to his rear bumper, they lose all that air, and the underbody can't get the downforce, and they lose all the grip, and they go up the racetrack.
The tire compound represents another source of frustration. Earnhardt described the tires as too durable, reducing fall-off and eliminating strategic opportunities that previously created exciting racing scenarios. The debate revealed a clear division within the NASCAR community. Fans, drivers, and industry experts largely sided with Earnhardt's position, expressing frustration with the current racing product. Kevin Harvick, the 2014 Cup Series champion, delivered a blunt assessment. "The car sucks." His statement reflected widespread sentiment among drivers who have experienced the car's limitations firsthand. Fan reactions on social media platforms reinforced Earnhardt's concerns. One fan responded to Petty's defense. "No one is asking for this car to have a carburetor. We are asking for NASCAR to make changes that are simple to keep the spirit of the racing. A trailing car shouldn't shoot to the wall when driving in another car's wake." Another fan challenged Petty's historical references. "At Kyle Petty, sorry you're wrong. If you enjoy this, more power to you, but we fans do not. FYI, you can still buy carburetors at a local auto parts store." Travis Rockhold, a producer for Earnhardt's Dirty Mo Media company, questioned Petty's positive assessment. "I would like to ask Kyle, what spectacular stuff has he seen?" Earnhardt replied with a Seinfeld gif of Cosmo Kramer saying, "Frankly, it sounds made up." The embarrassment at Iowa Speedway, where ARCA cars outqualified Cup Series vehicles, added fuel to the criticism. This unprecedented situation highlighted the performance limitations that have frustrated the NASCAR community. The debate recalls the 2007 Car of Tomorrow rollout, which faced similar backlash for altering racing dynamics. That car eventually evolved through modifications, demonstrating NASCAR's ability to adapt when necessary. NASCAR historian Brock Beard identified a core issue. Teams can no longer innovate and improve their cars without facing penalties. The spec chassis approach limits development opportunities that previously drove performance improvements. Petty defended this approach as NASCAR's proactive method of controlling innovation. A race car, as you know from history, is a constantly changing and evolving piece of equipment, Petty replied. In time, it can and will change. The problem right now is we live in a world of instant gratification. No one wants to wait. Earnhardt acknowledged the reality of the situation while maintaining hope for improvement.
I believe in a successful NASCAR, and I want NASCAR to succeed and be the best thing going. But I'm not an influencer on what they're going to do with their race car. I wish I was.
The Hall of Famer expressed desire for expert consultation in car development.
I wish that they would, hire, I think, not necessarily hire. I wish that they would bring in a couple guys that could help them maybe make a couple changes or steer the thing in a different direction. It's not going to happen.